I'm so happy to be back. I'm happy that you chose to join us. My name is Suzanne, and this is the You Can with Suzanne show. That's me, because if Sue can, you can too. Woo! All right. How are you? How are you? I am super mega awesome, as always. It's just wonderful to be alive, isn't it? It's great to be on this side of the soil. There's so many things to be grateful for. I hope that every day you find multiple things to be grateful for. You know, I don't really like it when you're going through something and somebody says, it could always be worse. Well, gosh, thanks. It could always be better too. So it all starts with your own mindset, your own attitude. So what are you going to bring to this day? I think I told you this story a long time ago, but it's a keeper, so I'm going to share it again. When I was in my angry place about 9 years ago, I was just angry because I was still externalizing all of my past pain and my abusive marriage and all that stuff. It was still external. And so I'm kind of like, rah, 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 believe it or not. And my mailman had come to the side door, and I was getting ready just to receive the mail, and I was already revved up angry because I knew I was going to get bills that I couldn't afford to pay. And I greeted the mailman at the door, and I said, why don't you ever bring me anything good? My wonderful mailman, he kind of looks at me very matter-of-factly, and he goes, buy something. Yeah, you're right. Stuff isn't just going to show up falling into your lap. It doesn't really work that way. For some people it does, but for the most of it, it doesn't. And so now I buy stuff, and it's fun because he brings me presents. But I had to initiate that. I had to make it happen. So realize, too, this is really important. What you think gets projected. You're like a radio going, boop, 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 boop. So all the stuff that you're thinking, you're setting it out into the ether. And you're planting those seeds that you don't see yet. Eventually, those things come back. So it's not that good things always happen to good people, because bad things happen to good people too. It's what we do with it. It's how you react. It's how you get through it. Because at all points in our lives, there's always a time, at all challenging points, there's always a time that we may go into something and just already feel defeated. There's a whole bunch of things that I've gone through where I just feel, so small. I feel like a little kid, and what I really want is way up there at the top of a cliff, and I'm afraid to even try. And that's not a fun place to be in. And so that person, because I know you've been there too, because I can tell, because you're a little, I'm getting it. Sometimes we give up. We just choose not to try because it seems so insurmountable. Is that the word? It's way up there. But each journey does begin with a first step. And so you need to take the initiative. Even if you don't believe in yourself, you can be surrounded by people who will help you and encourage you. So it's super important to choose, consciously choose who you surround yourself with. Even if they're people in your own family, even though you chose this life and who's going to be in it, it doesn't mean you are contracted to stick with them for all of your living days. Right? You follow me? So you might have had, an abusive father or an abusive mother or aunt or uncle or something like that. Well, before you came into this lifetime, you signed a contract to say this is the kind of life experience I want. And then the angels or whoever did that said, okay, that's what you signed up for. Here you go. So to meet your request, you get this father and this mother and this, and this is what's going to happen. Because you had a mission when you signed up for this life. So now here we are. We're like, oh my God, it seems so insurmountable. But you can do it. Hey, that's the name of the show. You can. You absolutely can. And just making that choice. And if you get lost, you get stuck, seek the people who are where you want to be. Because people who are doing the stuff that you want to do, for the most of it, they love to share their experiences. They would love to encourage you. And they would love to help, take you under their wing. I love that. And you can tell, if you're a good-hearted person and you're not out just to steal somebody else's power, if you're sincere, the right people are going to connect with you. But you got to take that first step. You need to seek those people and try to make those contacts. And the right ones will come into your path. But guess what? So will the wrong ones. And you might trust the wrong people. And it's going to take that experience, too, for you to say, gosh, I guess I can't trust everybody. And then that will help craft your people skills that much better. So the next time somebody approaches you with a certain attitude or a certain look, or you get a certain vibe that you might have ignored, you'll take your own advice next time. You'll listen to that intuition, that little voice inside, and you'll learn to trust it. Because I know I've learned to trust mine. And it hasn't steered me wrong. Oh, guess what? So last weekend, I was supposed to be in California. I was approved to go to the NAMM show, which is the National Association of Music Merchants. It's a ginormous music industry trade show in Anaheim, California. And I've gone since 2004, and I skipped the year that my dad passed away. And it's awesome. You get to meet celebrities and hang out backstage, because I get it on my media credentials, because I created that media company. And it's awesome. But, so I booked the hotel. My sister was going to be my camera person. And I booked my flight. It was all said and done. And for some reason, in the shower, how many of you have your thought processes going on in the shower, right? Ideas, things. It's that water. It's natural. It's natural for us. So I'm in the shower, and over the course of like weeks, it's coming to my mental table. Should I go? Shouldn't I go? Should I go? Shouldn't I go? And I'm like, well, gosh, why is this coming to my table? Why is this even coming up at all? And so it came to me that I was going for the wrong reasons. That's not where I'm at anymore. Years ago, sure, I was in the music scene, but I've moved on and away from that into, I've stepped into my spirituality and really coming into alignment with who I am, and it's not in the music scene. So I canceled everything. And then guess what? My sister texted me, because she was going to be my camera person, and she said, she's a Cancer, and she said, I was thinking about it, and I'm really sorry, but I'm not going to go. And I was thinking, oh, that's the icing on the cake. All right, I'm good. So we both didn't go. And instead, I got a new couch, a new secondhand couch. Wait a minute. No, a new scratch and dent couch. And it's leather, and it's awesome, and I love it. And instead of going to California, losing 2 days of work, all kinds of stuff came into my lap. It was crazy. Stuff, people, money, clients, all week long. So, holy moly, macaroni and cheese. It was like getting rewarded for listening to my intuition. Has that ever happened to you? Isn't that awesome? It pays to listen to your intuition. So there's a lesson from me, because if Sue can, you can too. Today we have a sponsor. So today's show is sponsored by Hearts Gallery, and they are located at 2046 Union Road on the corner of Clinton in West Seneca. And you could find my Healing Angel Jewelry there also. It's super awesome. So shop small, shop local, and support those wonderful people there. They're open Wednesday through Saturday. So go in there and check them out. A whole bunch of really cool, unique items. Not like Target, Walmart. Cool stuff. All right. All right. I didn't tire you out already, did I? All right. Guess what? I have a fantastic guest that I'd like to introduce you to today. We're going to have a really, really nice chat. I have a brand new friend. I guess before I introduce him, I'm going to tell you how I fell into meeting this gentleman. A mutual friend on Facebook said, oh, hey, I got a friend who is a psychic guy, and he's looking for a little guidance or a little help getting out there. So my rational mind, I'm at work when I get this on my Facebook chat, so my rational mind is doing the eye roll. Oh, God. Oh, man. And then my soul says, what are you doing? Find out who he is. So I type back, what's his name? And he gives me his name and links me his profile. And as soon as I saw his smiling face, I connected. And so I'm like, okay. And I get it on the chat window. And as soon as he gets on the chat window, I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like there's something in my ear. And I'm getting this pitch in my ear. And it told me fish. And I said, are you a Pisces? And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, my God. And so it was only 2 weeks ago. And so here he is. So I would love for you to meet my friend Alex Insight. Yay! That's the audience.
Love it. Thank
Hello
you so much.
and welcome.
Hey, it's good to be here. I love it. It's great. Love your energy, by the way. It's fantastic.
Is it yellow and green like the logo?
It's brilliant.
And
it's
my
so
aura.
brilliant. It's so brilliant. I think you might have broken the camera you have at home with the. Wow.
Oh gosh. So let's see. Where do we begin? Well, we know that you're a psychic medium, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how you want to start. Share your story with us,
Okay.
wherever you'd like to begin.
First of all, hi, I'm Alex, and honestly, I first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate it so much. Also, for one thing, I'm blown away that I'm here, of all things. Like, it just seems like everything is just kind of connected, and people are wonderful. You're wonderful. It's just been wonderful. But as far as I'm concerned, one of the things that I really enjoy, and one of the things you talked about, is people coming into your life and helping you and things like that. I've just gotten so much of that so recently, and it's just been a beautiful blessing, and I keep getting that over and over and over again. All these different kinds of people coming to me saying, you can do this, you can be there, you can do this, you can be, just like your show, you can,
Yeah.
And
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
That's awesome. I love that. Did you go through a stage where you're going through with opposite energy?
Oh, absolutely. Throughout my lifetime, I've had my own struggles in that way. And the interesting thing about it is, when those people come into your life, the one thing you can do to move past those people is learn from what they're giving you. So if you come across negative people, you look at how you respond to those people and say, oh, I can be better than that. I can do better than that. I can be more than that. And so those people come into your life because, like you said, you ask them to come into your life. It's kind of a weird concept. A lot of people don't understand that, that we actually bring people into our lives for a certain reason. The funny thing about it is, we do because we need to learn a lesson about ourselves. They're a reflection of us. And so by them reflecting back at us, we learn their lesson. And if we don't, they continue to come back into our lives.
Right. Oh, you said that. Bang, zoom. Nailed it.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Life experience teaches you a lot.
When you apply the lesson.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, my gosh. And that applies to not only people that have helped me, with my business, but also lovers, friends, any kind of person in your life, family too, of course. Anybody you can think of in your life is teaching you something. So, it's something to be aware of for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So going through the negative experiences, and now, let's move to now, because you just kind of came into how everything has fallen into place, which is, and I love to stay positive.
Oh, yeah.
But we only got here because, right?
Of all the negative. And the wonderful thing about it is, I don't look at it as negative. I look at it as the simple learning experience of getting into the moment. Yeah. That's it. It's getting into the moment. Learning about who you are in the moment. And that's it. It's simply that. So the beautiful part of it is, too, we are people who get stuck in these little ruts of oh, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can be that person. I don't know. And we kind of collapse in on ourselves. But in those moments, we also learn how to expand, because we get to a point where we realize we can't get any smaller. And once we realize we've hit that point, we begin to say, okay, I'm going to open back up again. Or, we have some kind of inspiration that helps us open back up again.
You're so awesome.
Thank you.
I love how you said that.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that's cool. Now let me think. The psychic part.
Sure.
Do you have any people in your family that are that way, or how was that received? Did you try to suppress that? Tell me about that part.
Okay, so for me, that story, it's a long story in a way because...
Well, we got a kind of condensed version.
Yeah, for sure. I was naturally born empath, so I was able to perceive a lot of people's emotions and feelings and all that. And so, as a kid walking around, I would just feel these things. And I'm thinking, okay, this is normal. Everybody feels these things. Like, I wasn't thinking, oh, I'm unusual, because why would I as a kid?
Right.
So for me, for a long time, my young life was a bit toxic. So I kind of shut down for a while. And I kind of said, I can't handle this. I need to just, be by myself and not have all these emotions out there.
Mm-hmm.
So after a while, when I turned about 14, I started getting back into spirituality and like reading about psychics and reading about psychic ability and all that stuff. And it was really neat because what I saw was, oh wow, all these people that are describing their experiences as psychics I used to have as a kid. And so I'm like, wow, this is like, I never knew that I was like this. And then I started doing more and more research, and I realized, oh wow, I can do a lot more than what I thought I could.
Wow.
So after many, many years of reading, I did a lot of reading. I spent a majority of my teenage years in the New Age section reading about everything I could, because I'm a scholar by nature.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent many, many years reading and then practicing on my own. And then I found my teacher, Janet Blessings, who taught me how to utilize my abilities to the full extent. And she taught me how to use, my intuition, my tarot cards, my spirit guides, mediumship, channeling, all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, it was brilliant. And she taught me that over 6 months.
Wow.
It was a beautiful program. Yeah, and she really helped me grasp it. It was a one-on-one teaching experience, and it was just wonderful. It helped me grow as a person, and it helped me blossom into the person I am today. So after that, I got into college, and I sort of shut down again because there was a lot of academics with, the academics believing, oh, you can't do that, it's not real. A lot of doubt.
Yeah,
when
you talk about that New Age stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so with that, I kind of struggled because it was like, nobody believes me. Why should I continue to do this? You could consider this another dark period of mine.
What were you majoring in?
My major was psychology. I love psychology. It was just fantastic because I love learning about how and why people do what they do.
Same.
Yeah, absolutely. It sort of added to my repertoire of being able to help people, because if you understand people, you can help them more. So that's kind of why I chose psychology in the first place. Originally, I wanted to actually combine my psychic ability with the psychological profession and kind of make it into one thing.
Right.
But
like
I haven't got there yet.
Psychotherapy kind of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But so after college, I decided, okay, it's do or die time. I'm either going to get a mundane job or I'm going to be the psychic, but I need to make a choice. Mm-hmm. So I decided, and I'm happy reading and helping people, and that's all I want to do. So I decided I'm going to do this psychic thing, and ever since then I've been going at it strong. So,
wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So do you have, how do you find your clients? Like, do you have a website? Do you...
Yeah,
word of mouth, maybe.
Yeah, no, I have multiple ways of getting out there, which is really cool. I have a website which is sort of brand new. It's relatively new. I've had multiple sites before, but this is the newest one, and it's actually really good. I actually have my friend Jim has actually helped me design it. It was really cool. Jim Jowsey, he's amazing. And it's alexinsight.com.
Okay.
You can reach me there, and you can see what I do, and schedule a reading with me and see all the prices and all that stuff. It's a really great website. I'm proud of it.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Yeah. Word of mouth is another good way to get out there, and I've actually found that's probably the best way to do it. So for those psychics out there who are struggling to get out there, that's the best way to do it, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I also used to have a radio show, way back when. It's not on the air anymore, I don't think, or it's not recorded anywhere anymore. But I used to have a radio show on Blog Talk Radio. Did that for a while. It was great because I got to help people all over the world.
So they would call with their questions?
Yep. It was amazing.
How do you tune into somebody over a phone?
Oh, you know what? The illusion of the matter is we all believe we're disconnected from each other simply because there's distance, and that's not the truth at all. We're connected by a huge web of energy that extends universally, and we can tap into that if we just listen. You know, just like you were saying, that voice, the little voice inside ourselves. If we can just listen to that, we can read anybody anywhere, and it doesn't matter where they are or what they're doing. We can tap into that. Now, I will say, for those of you interested in, tapping into that, I also teach psychic ability and how to tap into that, and use tarot and all that stuff. So if you're interested in learning about that, let me know, because I'm more than happy to teach.
That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
It's awesome, I feel, too, to not hold information, share information.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I've come up through those ways also of running into people who don't want to share their information.
Yeah.
Well, what good is it to just hold it? I think it's bad to hold on to anything, because I believe you got to keep things flowing and in motion.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. I think, though, you have to also be aware of sometimes those people don't want to receive whatever you're getting because they may have not be ready to receive it. You know what I mean? So, you want to be very careful about that, because sometimes you may receive something that they may not just be ready for. So you have to be very careful with that too. So,
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, for sure. I've done that, I've definitely learned from my mistakes. I've done that a few times where I've shared a piece of information where the person was like, whoa, I can't handle that right now. I need to go away for a while, and so I've lost a couple friends like that. So just be careful with that for sure. And to also be aware that every psychic is different. Every psychic and medium reads differently, does things differently. For me, I have a couple rules set with my higher guides and guidance. So I don't know when people are going to die. I don't know. I don't do things like that. So I don't approach somebody and say, "Oh, you're gonna die on blah 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 blah," because that isn't good. That isn't good karma.
Right.
Right. You're causing a lot of bad karma that way, and it's just not helpful. And it doesn't serve anybody by doing that.
Right.
So
I agree.
So essentially, I simply allow and tell my guides, okay, give me information that only serves the best, highest good, and that way I'm only giving information that helps.
Yeah.
And never information that's detrimental.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Those are awesome tips. It's a good
Absolutely.
a good deal you got with your folks
Oh,
there.
absolutely. They're wonderful.
Fam.
They're wonderful. My spirit fam, they're great. They're wonderful. Oh.
And I'd like to mention about that advocacy group that you were talking about.
Yeah. They're wonderful. I'm actually a part of multiple self-advocacy groups. Moving on up, Forbidden Fruits, Core Self-Advocacy. I'm blanking on a few.
Well, let's start with the first one that you mentioned. That
Moving on up is a group about people with disabilities who are looking to become more independent and are looking to move out on their own. So what this group is, it's all about learning how to do that and how to develop independent skills so that they can live on their own, which is really cool because it's something that, a lot of us want to do. We want to live on our own. So some of us there who do live on their own, like myself, give tips about how to live safely, how to cook for yourself, how to clean, best ways to do things, how to deal with landlords or whatever.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Let's see. Forbidden Fruits it's an LGBTQIA advocacy group. So
wait a minute. That's a lot of initials there.
Yeah, it is. So it's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, and asexual.
Goodness gracious, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and what is this?
This is that group. It's all about individuals with disabilities. People
who fit under one of those initials.
People who fit in one of those categories or multiples, depending upon who you are. and we get together and we talk about LGBTQIA issues. And also, you know, it's really a support group too. I mean, if we're having a problem, we're there to support each other and help each other and get out there, and it's wonderful. Yeah.
And I'm a huge advocate for support groups.
Absolutely.
Because
absolutely.
You need to be able to know that you're not alone.
Absolutely.
No matter what you're going through, it's an experience that somebody else on this planet has gone through, is going through, or is about to go through. And so we need each other.
Absolutely.
You know, we need to not be in isolation and know that there's people like Alex, people like myself, people that you know, that are out there to help you. It's just no fun nobody should suffer by themselves.
No, absolutely. And that group is also created to also promote awareness of people who have disabilities out there who are also LGBTQIA, because there's a lot of ignorance about people with disabilities within the gay community in general. So we're trying to bring awareness about that as well.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
There are a few more groups out there, but I don't want to run us short on time.
Yeah, we're getting a little to the end there. All right. And so your website is?
Yeah, my website is alexinsight.com.
All right.
My number is on the screen. You're welcome to call me at any time. I will get back to you as soon as possible. I'm human, so I can only answer so many calls at once. So give me that credence a little bit. And I will help you the best of my ability. So, I'm not just a psychic and medium. I'm also a spiritual advisor. So I will help with, your life issues as well. I'll let you know if things get too chaotic or whatever. Just, we're humans. Let's be human together and empower each other.
Yes.
That's what I'm about.
Yes. I love it. That's why I have him on today's show. Isn't he awesome? I told you. Yes. So we are about to wrap it up for this week. Thank you again for joining me. Check out Alex's website. I'm kind of taking him under my wing because he's almost the age of my kid. So that's awesome. So I have a quick note. I am teaching a workshop called Guide to Self-Love, because we don't understand. I say that and people are like, huh? Like, you need to learn to love yourself. And they're like, what? Somebody said, I don't know how, or I don't know what you mean. And I'm going to help you to figure out how to love yourself, how to go back and find that inner child and give them a big hug, because that's what we need. And that's going to be at Poppy Beauty February 15th. You can go to my website to find that, SuzanneSucan.com. And I see that's about all the time we have. I'm getting the one up. What else? Next week, we're going to have Allentown Music on, and we're going to have a special announcement about not a concert, a contest. Yeah! So that's it. We're out of time. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to Alex. Thank you to my wonderful producer, Mr. Cardinale. And thank you, and I'll see you again next week. Bye, everybody.